Blondie, he's a good little fishy boy. 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 Hey everybody, you ready for some voice training? I know I am. Today's a very special one, actually. I've been doing these voice lessons for probably a little over a year now. I actually don't fully remember when it was that I started doing these, but it was sometime around now. And we've been doing a lot of videos that are all about the basics. We're doing, our usual exercises you do every week because you have to build up a baseline. You have to develop your physical abilities in order to do a lot of the things that we eventually need to do in order to speak the way we want to. But eventually you have to learn how to put it all together, and that's what I want today to be all about. We've covered the basics plenty, and if you're new to this, don't sweat it. You can always go back and work on them more. But I think it's really important that you see where we're going and what the point of all of this really is. So today we're going to be working on putting everything together. I think I should probably explain exactly what it is we're doing before we dive into the exercises. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the pieces of the voice training, in case you didn't already know, as well as my own voice. So, we've got our three pieces. Two of them are kind of related, but really there's the breath, the light, soft. Just realized my mic's not as close as it should be. Sorry, everyone. Here we go. The light, soft, airy softness of the voice. That's the breathy voice. That makes up the body of my voice. If you listen to me speak, the majority of it is in breathy. So I think of that as the main body of everything. But also we've got the tighter skills, the ones I said were sort of related, and that's the pinchy and the squeaky. And that all has to do with the tightness in here. Pinchy being a little more creaky in here, and the squeak, it's kind of hard to do it all the time, but the sort of up here in the nose. Those two are intimately related, so I kind of clustered them together, but really, those are the three main components, right? And so if the body is the breath, then I always lead. Every single syllable or word, depending on the word, and we'll get to that, is going to start with a little bit of that squeaking tightness up in the nose. I have this sort of that releases into breath. Every word I speak has a little bit of tightness releasing into breath for the most part. That's the simplified form of what we're doing. So we practice all these basic skills and we separate them out to master them, and now we're putting them back together. And that simplified form of tightness flowing into breathiness works most of the time, but there's that third piece I was talking about, the creak, the tightness at the bottom of the throat, the vocal fry. That one can be employed in a lot of different ways. It can have to do with in the middle of a word. It can have to do with starting a word too, but most of the time we use it to catch our voice. We want to avoid the voice being in the chest. That's a hallmark of typically more booming, masculine voices. And we want to shrink our voices down. The breathy voice lightens it out, and the tighter skills tighten it up and give it this resonance and contain in the head. And if should our voice dip down into the chest, perhaps at the end of a sentence, perhaps on certain sounds that we have bad habits on, or perhaps just when we're tired or not at our best, because we can't be at our best every day, then the tight vocal fry can be a great place to catch the voice. If you ever find yourself dipping down, you catch it down here. So we've got, in summary, the breath is the body. The squeaky skills lead most syllables, as well as can be used to emphasize certain things. And then the vocal fry is mostly used to catch sounds that go down, and it can be used to emphasize things in a different way. And that's a whole complicated mess of how you put it all together. That's largely contextual, and it largely has to do with your personality and what you value in a voice. But these are the three main components as I see them. And chances are, if you're watching these videos, you've been practicing these 3 basic components for a little while now, and maybe you're interested in how it is we put those all together. And that's what today's workout's going to be all about. So hopefully you've got your water. Hopefully you're sitting somewhere nice and comfortable where you can be yourself and make whatever noises you need to make. And hopefully you're ready to work, as this might be a little challenging. And I don't want you to get discouraged if you're new to this or if you're having a difficulty with these skills, because this is the hardest part. It's the basic skills are the basics, and now this is the next level. You can do it. You just have to keep at it, keep practicing, and be very intentional in that. I'll talk more about that later. Today, to start, I really want to start with, sorry, there's my stylus. Let's get out of studio mode because I want to start with our breathing, our diaphragmatic breathing. If you watch the videos, you know that's what we always start with. And before we get starting our timer up and get into the real workout, please do a few breaths with me, if you don't mind. We're going to sit up nice and straight. Head with a string, pulling it from the top. Shoulders relaxed. Breathing in through the nose. And your tummy is going to be expanding out as you breathe in. Staying relaxed up here. Yeah. Just do a couple breaths with me together. Just get nice and relaxed. Maybe have your hand out. Maybe feel that air on your hand as you exhale. Oh, does it feel warm? Warm, moist air is what you want, of course. Good. Let's go to our non-voiced atonal sounds. We usually go ha to start, and we give all of these sounds the H, put it in H to get this breathiness. We go, I won't do the your turn thing at this phase. I never do. Do it in your own time. We'll do one more. Feeling the air in your hand? Good, you're moving that air. That's the most important thing to get going in this warm-up. Let's do all of our non-voice sounds. We do ha, hey, or sorry, there's different sounds I do. Yeah, we're just doing ha, hey, he. Let's just do all our normal sounds. Let's just keep it simple. Sorry. We're going to go feeling the air on each one. That's right. I normally skip hey. I was like, what am I getting thrown off on here? We always do those vowel sounds like, oh, non-voice, we don't usually do hey. We do ha, he, hi, ho. Sorry. Ha, he, hi, ho. One more round of that. Good stuff. Maybe that's making you a little lightheaded. I'm going to have a little water. Good stuff. Let's get that timer going now. We're going to dive into the real workout. Still pretty much in warm-up mode, but we're working a little harder now. Ready, set. Okay, so first round, we're still doing breathy stuff. And we're doing the breathy ha note, but this time it's not non-voiced. We're making a sound. We're going ah, putting it in H. Try that out there. Ah. Good. We'll go to hey now. We're actually going to do hey on this one. Hey. Deep breath in before all of these. Hey. Next we do he. Hey. Hey. Trying to make a bit of sound while moving air. Next we do hi. 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 And now we're doing ho. 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 Have a sip of water if you need it while I do the demonstration. Now we're going to go through all the vowel sounds in one little set, like so. Deep breaths in between each sound. Oh, I was doing those non-voiced. Oy vey. Not a Bria stream until Bria makes a mistake or something goes wrong. Forgive me, forgive me. Voiced version. Ah, hey, he, hi, oh. That's actually not a bad thing to demonstrate the difference between non-voiced and voiced. I hope you can hear the difference. Try that out. Go through all the sounds. Ha, hey, he, hi, ho. Good. Allow me to show you again, just so there's no confusion. Ah, hey, he, hi, ho. Try this again. Ah, hey, he, hi, ho. Good stuff. We're going to jump right into trying to go a little higher pitched on this because we're doing some more advanced stuff. If this is hard for you, stay at the same pitch. Otherwise, let's try going one higher. Ah, hey, he, hi, ho. Try it out. Hey, he, hi, ho. Go a little higher. Ah, hey, he, hi, ho. Ha. I feel like I missed one in there. So, I feel a flustered today. I don't know why I'm messing up so much. One higher. Ha, hey, he, hi, ho. Ooh. Ha, hey, he, hi, ho. I feel like I finally got it right there. Let's, for a second, put a pin on that. We're going to do some glissandos, going up and then down, like so. Going up and then coming back down to where you started. Now let's do all those vowel sounds again. Ha, hey, he, hi, ho. Take us away. Finish it off. Ha, hey, he, hi, ho. Good stuff. Have a little water. I'm a little lightheaded after all of that one, that's for sure. Ooh, golly gee, Bumblebee. We're working hard today, actually. This one's gonna be a hard one, I can tell. What am I doing next here? Hey. Lesson plan. Stop getting in the way of my lesson. If you're on the break, you want something to do, try those purrs. I got a few seconds. I'll check in on the other streams. I'm streaming on multiple platforms today, as I've started doing recently. Hope everybody's having a great time here. It's hard to keep track of everything when you got multiple platforms going. Oh, golly. Okay, back at her. So, we're starting on the pinchy sounds for here. Let's go to that grudge ghost we always do. That tight, tight, right at the bottom of your throat. Try it out. And if you remember last week, we did staccato, where we go start and stop, fast and quickly. Try that. That was a little slowed down. Maybe that's easier if you're newer at it. I'm going to try going a little higher in my throat. I think you should try that too. We'll go a little higher. We'll go one more. And remember, I'll wait for you to finish. Remember, the goal of this is to kind of feel like you're moving up into your nose and face rather than just trying to go higher pitch. Let's now go to, we're going to be doing this grudge ghost, sorry, the grudge ghost, but we're moving up fluidly up that throat. So this is what we call creaky door. Starting at the bottom. Try that. Starting in here, going up to here. Good. We're going to go up and then back down again. Try that one out. This is going from that creak to that squeak I was talking about earlier. When you go up and down, it's like creak, squeak, creak again. So we're going to do this. Let's just go up for a moment. And we're going to go through all those vowel sounds. So the one we always do to start is ah. We already know that one. We're going ah. Good. We'll go A next. A. Next we're doing E. E. I'm feeling a little blocked today. I don't know about you. Now we're doing I. Now I'm getting it. You try it out. And then we're doing O. Try that out. Next, we're going to try all those again, and we're going to go up and down. So we're going again. Try that. Now we'll do A. A. E. 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 I is next. I. And the last one is O. Oh. Not the easiest thing, I know. I think you should have a sip of water just quickly. And after that, what we're going to be trying to do is we're going up And then coming back down into that breath we were just doing. So like this. Try that. Let's just finish the round with one together. Good round, good round. Covering those very basic warm-up skills. This is really good strength training. Those creaky doors, the staccato grudge ghosts, tight skills get you stronger. And pushing the tight skill right from the bottom of your throat up into your nose is really going to get those muscles in here stronger. Learning to release from the tightness into the breath is the crux of what we're doing today. Really important to master that one. So even if you have a lot of trouble with what we're doing today, especially if you have a lot of trouble with what we're doing today, do that one. Practice going, Whew, not gonna lie, I totally strained myself during last week's lesson, and I feel like I'm still a little blocked in here. So that's a good argument for not pushing yourself too hard, you know? Oh, like this person in the music. Holy golly. It's a little bit like what we're doing. What are we doing next now? Okay. Oh, so we're working on now. We're jumping right to breathy to pinchy flow to start. So normally we're going from pinchy to breathy, but I think learning to flow between them can sometimes be a little easier if you start with the breathy to pinchy. So let's start with that first. So we're going to start just quickly with our breathy note. Try that one out just to refresh yourself. Feel that air on your hand. Good, good. We'll do one more. Good, good. So we're relaxing. We're moving that air. We're feeling it come out. But what we want to do is kind of constrict that tightness in the throat around the breath as we go. So it'll be like this. Into like that kind of pinchy grudge ghost type sound. Try that. And try listening to me again. You won't, I'll let you finish. You won't feel the air coming out anymore, of course, and that's okay. That's what we're doing. We're constricting the air. One more of these. Try it out. Good, good, good. Well, let's go to A next. So we're going A. Try that out. A. It's like learning to wiggle your ears or something. We're learning to clench and unclench these muscles at will. Let's do one more of this. A. Good. We'll go to E next. E. E. And then one more of these. E. Give yourself a few seconds to flow between each section. Good. Now we're going to do I. Got to give you a few seconds to get a nice flow between all of them. We'll go a little faster after. Let's do one more I. Good. Last one we're doing is O. Woo. Let's try going a little higher pitch on some of these. So let's just go to ah to start. And we'll do a one higher than we had been. We'll go a little shorter on this so we have more time. Let's do one together. Oh. Good stuff. Have some water. Yeah, that blending between breathy to pinchy is not useless. It is part of our voice. But as I said, most of the time we're actually focusing on the opposite, pinchy to breathy. It's just harder usually to get loose after you've been tight. It's easier to start out loose and get tighter, you know what I mean? Once you've tightened up, your body doesn't really want to get loose again. It's like, you know, if you always lift weights, you're going to have a hard time doing yoga. Whereas if you do lots of yoga, you can probably still lift weights through the full range of motion. You might not be the strongest, but you can do the motions. All right, what are we doing next in this here other round we're doing? Oh, so we're doing the opposite. We're going to be doing now creaky to breathy. And I'm just going to jump into explaining that on the break here. You'll notice I'm in my voice, as I said, the body is the breath, but I'm kind of starting with this holding and releasing into breath, or higher in the nose even more. So that's what we're kind of doing here. So think of it as that way, holding the tightness and releasing into breath. And feel that air on your hand as you release it into breath. Try it here right now. It's of course tight in the throat, but really get that nose involved in it. Let's try it with A. We'll go to E now. E. 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 Next, let's go to I. 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 One more. We're doing O. Ow. Ow. Last one. Ow. As I said, you want to feel that breath on your hand as you release, and you want to get it tight into your nose on the first part of it. Since we got some time in this round, let's try this a little higher. Let's just go to ah, and let's just do a baseline. Ah. Try that. Let's try going a little higher. Ah. 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 And remember to make sure your breath you're releasing on has sound to it. It's not non-voiced. It has a ah to it. Let's go one higher. Ah. Let's see if we can do one higher. Mm-hmm. Whew. Let's spend the last seconds. We're gonna go just creaky door, releasing into breath. Ah. And let's just take the rest of the round off on me, on the house. Have a little water. Gotta find every way you can to squeeze a little bit of training in. That's what the Shaolin monks used to do. Everything is training. When you speak, that could be training. When you're talking, say at your dumb job where you have to present as male and speak in your dumb boy voice. Well, you could just use that as training. You could speak in a more tighter, pinchier version of your boy voice. That's what I always used to do. Back when I had to be at boy job, speaking in the boy voice, I would just be talking like this. That's pretty socially acceptable, right? You could talk a little softer if you wanted to, just a little breathier. Anything can be training, and any moment you have to squeeze in training can be useful. Hey, is my internet being bad? I feel like I see the stream cutting out. Let me know in the comments and chat if the internet's being bad and I'm cutting out. Okay, next round, what are we doing here? Okay, so what we're doing is faster. Gosh, I sure hope that it isn't cutting out at this point because this is the most important part. Faster blending. So we know we had the slow ah. Here, just do one right now. It was getting choppy, eh? Okay, good to know, good to know. So you did the fast one there, right? Or slow one there, right? Now what we're going to try and do is we're going to shorten the tight part of it. Like I was saying, you had the tightness that you hold on to, and then you know, release in a breath. We go, ah. Ah. I'm going to do one a little longer again. Ah. Shorten it up a little more. Ah. Go a little shorter. Ah. You're not really shortening the breath, just the tight part. Ah. 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 let's go through all of them. Oh, sorry. We're going to go through slowly and try and go through all of them after this. So let's start at the bottom. We're going to go, ah. Your turn. A little faster. Ah. 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 A. E. I. O. A. E. I. O. Did you hear that subtle difference? I had the little tightness at the beginning, releasing into breath on all of them. Try it. A. E. I. O. A. E. I. O. A. E. I. O. Yeah. Don't worry if it's not the smoothest or you can kind of hear the tight side of it. It's okay. We want that clear shift between tight and soft. A. E. I. O. Oh. If you're having trouble, you can do it a little longer. A. E. I. O. Oh. Let's try one higher. A. E. I. O. A. E. I. O. We'll go back down in pitch. A. E. I. O. Together. Okay. Take a little break. Let's take, in fact, a little Blondie break. Now, I haven't had Blondie on camera lately because Blondie hasn't been feeling very well lately. He's got a case of the old fin rot, as I mentioned in other streams, and I've got him in a little hospital bowl right now. And it's usually pretty hard to see him in there just because of the lighting, but I got some lights on him because I think he's not ready to have darkness yet. There's so little light right now. Maybe he needs a little bit more of a light cycle. So it's not just us who needs to see, it's him too. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little worried about my pal Blondie because he's got the fin rot and I've got him in this bowl and I'm not 100% sure if he's getting better. It's always hard to tell with these things, you know? You can't ask a fish exactly what's going on with him. All I can do is what I see, right? I think I see him getting better with the fin rot, but I don't really know. And that can be a really difficult situation when you don't really know whether or not you're making progress on something. I know it can be really frustrating and discouraging when you're working hard at something and you're not seeing improvement, or you're just not really sure if you're seeing improvement. And it's hard to get that, you know, if you're not getting that feedback, right? And I feel you. And the important thing there, of course, is perseverance, but not mindless perseverance. I'm not going to just give up on Blondie because I don't know if I'm doing the right thing for him. I don't know if I'm, putting the right conditions for a little fish to get better, but I got to keep trying for his sake. I got to make sure he gets better, right? But I can't just be complacent about it. I have to be intentional about it. I have to keep trying different things if something that I'm doing isn't working. I have to think, oh, maybe it's not warm enough. Is the temperature inconsistent? Maybe the lighting's not right for him. Maybe I'm causing too much stress for the little guy. Maybe the salt content isn't right. I have to think about it. And that's what we have to do too. If we're doing our voice training and we're having a hard time, making it work, if we're having a hard time making that progress, think about what you're doing. Sure, practice makes perfect, but practice only makes perfect if practice is perfect. Now, perfection is a very tall order, I know. So we don't have to call for perfection. That's too much pressure, I think. But we want to be intentional. We have to think about, what am I doing that I could change? Am I making sounds I don't like? If you hear yourself make a sound you don't like, think about it. Why don't I like this sound? What is the difficulty here? Like, what do I need to be doing differently here in order to make a sound that I do like? And think about these different pieces of voice that I've been talking about. The tight squeak, the breathy release of the softness, or that tight vocal fry. If you make a sound you don't like, analyze it in those terms and think about how you can be making that sound differently. And you'll be sure to make progress if you just keep at it and just keep trying out new things, keep working hard. I really do believe it. All things come to those who work for them eventually. Might not be the thing you thought it would be, but you'll get something. Let's get back to training. I'm going to start here. We were talking on that break. I got to have a look about our next thing here, because the truth be told, the next thing is a little bit of a jump. I want to talk about words. Not the word of the day. Not yet. We're going to be talking about speaking a sentence. And we're going to speak, this is the voice I want to use, which is a little bit of a jump from vowel sounds. You've probably done other streams with me, other videos with me, where we do other sounds. You can go train those. That's an important part of the training. But today, I want to talk a little bit about speaking words. So we're going to try this sentence out. We're going to try this blending stuff on this sentence of, this is the voice I want to use, okay? And just follow along. I think it's really important that you be with this. So this is the voice I want to use is very useful for us. And we're going to start with that all in breathy. I'm going to take a deep breath between each word, and listen to me first, and then I'll give you a chance to do it too. So we're going. This is the voice I want to use. Try that out. This is the voice I want to use. Good. Let's do it again. This is the voice I want to use. Oh, I left your turn on. It's your turn. I'm gonna have some water while you go. I want to use. Good. It's important to practice that one in breathy a lot, because as I said, breathy's the bulk of our voice. Next, let's do it more in that the creaky door version. Actually, we're gonna be going, this is the voice I want to use. Oh, I still left your turn on the whole time. Oy vey, your turn, go for it. Is the voice I want to use. Okay, that's good. Turning your turn off. It's my turn now. But we're gonna go to now more a flat, creaky, that tightness in here. This is the voice I want to use. Try that out. I'm gonna have some water after that. Oh, let's do that one more time. This is the voice I want to use. Voice to use. Good, good. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, the first 4 words breathy, next 4 words pinchy. So we're going, this is the voice I want to use. Try it. This is the voice I want to use. Good, good. Let's do it the reverse. We're gonna do pinchy, then breathy. This is the voice I want to use. Take breaths if you have to on those breathy parts. This is the voice I want to use. Good, good. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to be alternating between breathy and pinchy. So we're going to go, this is the voice I want to use. Good, good. And let's actually do one more. This is the voice I want to use. Make sure you get that breath on all of the breathy parts. Good. Oh my, we got 10 seconds. We're gonna go, this. Bonus one, this. You can do that as a bonus on your break or not. So we're doing the shifting between pinchy and breathy in that sentence. The next one, what we're going to be trying to do is blending between these things, okay? So every single word we're going to try and blend between. Let's go straight to pinchy to breathy, I think. If you have trouble with it in your own practice, go to breathy to pinchy. But today, for, the point of what we're getting at, we're going to start just right off the bat, pinchy into breathy, okay? Because that's the main thing we're trying to get at here, okay? Have a few breaths, maybe some purrs. Okay, so we're gonna go. This. We'll do this piece by piece. Is. Starting tight, releasing into breath. La. Voice. I. Oh, I was doing it reverse again. Oy vey. Ugh, sorry, everybody. Once. There we go. There we go. Two. You. Golly. It's a lot to keep track of in voice training. Let's go through the whole thing. So we're going, this is the voice I want to use. Try it out. Listen to me again. This is the voice I want to use. Notice that one, I was putting a lot more nasal, a lot more of that squeakiness in it. Try it like that. The voice I want to use. That nasal squeak's really going to help this, especially as we go faster. And let's try going a little faster. So we're going to go, let's just go to this. We're going to go, this. 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 Can you make it just that very brief, tight release to breath? This. What about this is the voice I want to use. Not easy, I know, to do that kind of shifting of like the this, 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 this is the voice I want to use. Try it again. Is the voice I want to use. Let's just do it together. Ready? This is the voice I want to use. It's not easy getting that kind of, that tight, releasing into breath. This is. If you have a lot of trouble with the words, go to the vowel sounds. A, E, I, O. I'm starting with that tightness, releasing into the breath as my body, right? Ooh. Oh, hopefully your voice is doing okay with this. We're getting close to the end here. Right. Listen here. I had planned a word of the day, but I'm worried, honestly, that, I don't know. Like, maybe it's a little much. Maybe I'm having difficulty getting my hand into the hand puppet I used for it on stream right now. I was worried it would be a little, just ignore that. That wasn't anything to do with a hand puppet. You know, might be a little much to do a sentence and a word, but if you're having difficulty with words, maybe a multi-syllable word of the day from a helpful dinosaur might be exactly what you need. You're gonna actually help me today, eh, Hitful Oh, good. Thanks, buddy. And oh, yeah, you are gonna help me today, aren't you? Oh, that's really nice. You don't have the ongoing shtick where you fight me and stuff, and you're just like, oh, thanks, buddy. What a nice little dinosaur that showed up, not at all awkwardly, on the stream to hand me a piece of paper here. Let me, Oh, our word of the day is accentuate. To stress or emphasize. If you want to use it in a sentence, it would be, boy, these tacos sure accentuate the decor of this room. And that's a definite real way you would use that word. I want to use that word today for a few reasons. One, it ends in this 8 sound, which is going to be a little bit more of that tight which we didn't get a chance to really practice on this fast blending of the A, E, I, O. But also, it's got some tight stuff at the beginning, which is probably going to help with that tight stuff, right? That accentuates. So we're going to have a chance to flow from this kind of tight, squeakier sound into some lighter, breathier sounds, which is what we do on all the words of the day. That's why I do the words of the day. I think it's a good chance to practice going through all these different, multi-syllable words, flowing through breathy and pitchy. Because as I say, that's how this training works. That's what we're training here, to learn how to flow smoothly between breathy and pinchy and squeaky. So I'm just going to finish off our round here, and we're going to be going through on all of these. Is this right here? Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I'm like, why am I getting confused here? It's like, oh, because I missed a round, and that round is just like right in the middle here. We're just gonna go with it. So, accentuate. We're starting with that breathy accentuate. Try saying it in a pure breathy voice. A little hard, perhaps. Accentuate. What about just cell? Chew. Eight. Accentuates. You can perhaps hear how breathy isn't a complete voice and how we might want to accentuate something within this with different aspects of our voice, yeah? So let's think about the highest point of the word, which is probably accentuate. Accentuate. That might be a little more tight. And seeing as ac is finishing tight, we might actually be starting this a little breathy. And then sen is going to be the sen. Accent. Like that, right? Let's try this. We're going to go accent. Try that. Accent. Accentuates. Finishing into breath. So it's breath, tighten the nose, finish to breath. Accentuate. That 8 might be hard on the breath. Don't sweat it if it is. Let's do one more at that. Accentuate. Good, good, good. Next, we are going to be doing... I'm just having a look here. Right. Accentuate. I gotta... One sec here. I'm just trying to decipher my notes. Yeah, so let's, tuate. We're gonna go to that, I think, next. Because we went... Accentuate. So we're going to finish it a little tighter. So let's just go to chewate for a moment. Sorry. So, chewate. Nope. Chewate. Try that. I know I get multiple tries at it, but I want you to hear good results. A good example. Chewate. Chewate. Accentuate. Accentuate. So we're doing a slow blend ac, I think is what we're going to focus on for the end here. We're going to go ac. Let's try that for a moment. Ac. Ac. Try bringing it more into your nose. It's like you're starting breath going up to the nose. Accentuate. Try it like that. Slow blending into tight. Accentuate. Oof. And we're going to call it there. And I know I have all these signs. Gotta go pee before the stream, right? Well, guess what? I went pee before the stream and I really gotta go pee. So I'm gonna use this 1 minute break to go pee. I'm really sorry. It's kind of distracting me and it's kind of why I'm having a hard time. Be right back. Ugh. Oh man, I gotta make it back in time. I gotta do it. I made it. Oh man. And oh, I didn't make it actually. Damn it. I look at the stream and I'm like, oh, I made it. I'm like, no, I didn't. No, you didn't, Bria. You didn't make it back in time. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm gonna reset this round. Okay. Sorry for this little bit of a doozy of a stream here. I feel like I'm getting a little flustered and having to go pee really doesn't help with that. Okay. So, we're trying to get this blend happening between these, right? That accentuates, accentuates, accentuates. You see all these different ways I can say it. I feel weird having the timer going. I'm like, what are we doing here? I've got like slow blend, faster blend, but it's like, yeah, but Bria, past Bria who wrote these notes, that's not enough for present Bria who's in the middle of a live stream and getting all flustered to be able to differentiate on the fly, okay? I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's just, we're gonna take the timer off for this bit, okay? I feel like the timer, it serves a purpose right now. Its purpose is serving me, is making me stressed out. So bear with me for a moment here. We're going. Slow blend into accentuate. Accentuates. I think that's what we're just going to focus on. Let's just simplify it. We're going to go breathy, flowing into tight, flowing into finishing breathy. As I said, usually we want to finish breathy and only finishing tight in certain circumstances. So, thanks, Lily. We're going. Accent. See how the nose happening? Accentuates. 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 And you hear that 8? It is breathy, but I'm allowing myself to use a little bit of that in there to keep it from maybe going down to my chest. That's what's happening. Accentuates. Accentuates. There we go. That's what I think I'm trying to get at here. Accentuates. Let's just keep it at that. Okay. Sorry. And that's how we're doing it, right? Oh, I know what I was doing. I'm like, I want us to slow blend every syllable. That's what I wanted us to do. Oy. Magic of live streaming, as Robin said. Okay. One more reset on this round. I'm very professional. Okay, so let's just go through. Oh. Is the timer even going to go now? Hey, let me know if the stream's having trouble because my timer's not going. Maybe I've just messed with it for the last time. There we go. I don't know what his problem was. I probably just kept fiddling with it too much. Anyways, let's go. We're going. We're going to try the pinchy to breathy. Or, yeah, pinchy to breathy. Sen. There we go. I know what we're doing now. Chew. Or, chew. Eight. There we go. Let's go through all those again. So, you have to give the K at the end of K a little K. Try it. Sen. Chill. Eight. There we go. Okay. Let's go to that ack. We're going to go slow blend on ack. Ack. And as I mentioned before, you want to have that tightness to start that you hold on to, and we're going to let go of more and more of it and leave the breathy. So let's shorten up that tight, that ack. I'll show you again. Ack. 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 Sen. Chill. Oh, hey, it's Canuta and all our pals. Ah, thanks so much for joining us. Eight. Okay. Just in time for me to actually know what I'm doing. Accent. Chill. Eight. Try all the syllables. Ac. Sen. Chew. Eight. And that is mostly for my benefit when I do that, so I know how long to give you. Ac. Sen. Chew. Eight. You hear how I'm kind of shortening the whole thing up? I'm still mostly shortening the pinchy and releasing into breath. Ac, sen, chew, eight. do one more. I'm gonna slow it down. If you want to do it still fast, try it. Accentuate. And, okay, so. Accentuate. Try it a little faster there. Accentuate. Very subtle amount of tightness before the breath. What about emphasizing more tightness on the sen? Accentuate. So that's a little more fluid into breath at the end. Try that. Accentuate. A little more pronounced there. A little more accentuation-y. Accentuate. Eight. I'm just trying to make sure I give you a good example. I hate to give you a bad one. Try it out, even if I get it wrong. What about a more natural? Accentuate. 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 Whew. You know, this is the hardest part. This part is the weirdest. The flowing between everything, the understanding what parts of what speech, or the sentence or the word you're saying you're wanting to, emphasize with more nasal or more breath. That's a very tricky part. It's nebulous. There's no clear-cut way to do it. As I said, it's really dependent on your personality. It's really dependent on the context of what you're speaking about. But if you follow this model of the breath is the main bulk of your voice, the tight, nasally, squeaky part is at the beginning of most words and most syllables of most words. And then on occasion, you'll employ a bit more of that tight in here, usually to finish, sometimes in the middle, or, like we were doing a lot of blending stuff today, but a lot of that was done more in these lower regions. We weren't up in here because it's kind of hard to do that slow, like, right? And if I was going, like, you can do it. It's hard. I mean, if you want to try that in your own training, you can. The releasing in a breath. That's really what we're going for. But when you're first figuring it out, you kind of have to think of it more as this. A, E, I, O. Yeah? So I think that about covers what I really wanted to get at today. I know it's very complicated. I probably didn't hit everything every person is going to need to fully understand this very complex subject. But hopefully today you got a little bit better of an idea of what it is it takes to put all these things we practice every week together into a more complete voice. And now that I've made this video, I would really like to now start implementing more of these skills into more of our workouts, because I think you're ready for it. Even if this is your very first time watching this, don't be afraid to try out this weirder stuff. As I often say, playing around with your voice is actually the most important part, and just trying things, seeing the more advanced stuff, seeing what it takes to speak, it's important. It's when you're a white belt in karate, it's important to see the black belts training, you know what I mean? It's good for you to be training in a class alongside black belts and seeing what black belt material might look like. And so we're going to be doing more of this. If you didn't get it this time, don't sweat it. But I hope this video today helps you get an idea of what it is to find one's voice using this method we're working on each week. I'm going to call it here. I think today, considering my mix-up near the end was pretty darn good, I'm just going to... Oh! Ha! There we go. Figured it out. Sorry. Ha. Ha. Gosh darn, I'm silly. Hid my mic. You couldn't hear me. Wow. Doing things live, I'll tell ya. It's a trip. I have a lot of fun doing these, I'm not gonna lie. I really appreciate it that all these people who, you know, support me during all this. I'm gonna let the credits run. Thanks everybody who tuned in today. Thanks to everybody who tuned in on other platforms. I didn't get a chance to check in on the other streams so much. But I think it's really great that I get to stream on other, you know, other platforms. I think it's got big potential. The more people who see these lessons, the better. And share these lessons. I don't mean to be one of those social media internet people, but please don't be afraid to share these lessons. If you know somebody who needs to work on their voice because they're having trouble with it or they're you know, feeling dysphoric about it, bring them on over here. We'll help them out. And if you want to get feedback on your voice, come on over to the Discord by joining the Patreon, and that's where I'm heading right after this. We're gonna go do that that voice training, you know, check in, see how everyone's doing, and it's a good old time over on the old Discord. Thanks everybody. I'll see you next week, and also new things coming up on YouTube soon, I swear. All right, bye.